if there were three pieces of advice that you can give to either the solopreneur, entrepreneur, small business, or someone starting up that would kind of resonate with them to get through, what would the top three pieces of advice that you've seen in your experience be for a startup?
Yeah, the first one I'm actually going to steal from somebody. I heard this on a panel about 5 years ago, and I think it sums it up perfectly, which is sell something to somebody. And I've found this sort of across the board is the earlier I get out there to market with something, even if it's just a service that kind of acts like a product, because I'm trying to figure out what the product should do, the faster I can move. So it's sell something to somebody, get it out there to market without thinking too hard about it, at least in a limited way, so that you can start getting feedback, because I guarantee you whatever you end up building is probably going to look so different than what you thought you were going to build. And if you can sort of get that moving in the right direction, sooner, the better off you're going to be, the less waste there's going to be, the faster you're going to be able to move. So sell something to somebody is number one. I would say number two is don't do it alone. So the first company I founded, I did it as a solo entrepreneur, and it went reasonably well. But I spent 8 years doing it, and I realized, had I had somebody to sort of bounce ideas off of and maybe correct some of the mistakes I was making, or at least maybe rethink some of the directions I was taking it in, I think I could have moved a lot faster on that one. So, co-founders is one way. If you don't want to bring on co-founders, like advisors, friends, other people, meetup groups, like whatever, like start airing what you're doing early. And so, some of these people can sort of, any sort of bad inclinations that you might have, bad ideas that you might have, they can help you knock those down. I think that's immensely important as you're trying to figure things out at the beginning. And then last one I would say is don't hire for sales too early. Don't hire for senior sales too early, because I've made this mistake personally, actually, in one of my startups. Hired a VP of sales way before I had things figured out. And what I think I've realized is, in the beginning, sales, product, client success, marketing, all of that stuff is intertwined, right? And so as you're out there selling your product as the CEO or the main go-to-market co-founder or whatever, these ideas for product directions, these ideas for how you should be onboarding clients differently, these ideas for what the market is wanting or asking for, or what your offer is lacking, that's where you're getting those insights. And so I still do all the sales for Base Estate, because I don't think we've completely figured it out yet. And until we completely figure it out, like, that's going to be the case. So, and I would advise all founders to sort of take the same approach.